you are also living for the people who are connected to you. And if you don't take seriously the weight of the people who are coming, you will live carelessly and self-centered, and you will mismanage the doors that God gives you. Preach, man of God.
Did y'all hear that music? Did y'all hear that music? Woo. Hey, everybody, what's going on? E3, John Guns, Bishop Guns, Dean Guns, Pastor Guns, Husband Guns, Daddy Guns, G-Daddy Guns. Invite. Come on. Invite people to come in. Let me see. Got my gadget. Let me see who. So come on in and join me tonight. It's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be real fun. Yeah. All right, come on. There you go. I see you jumping in. Come on, jump in. Everybody invite. Don't let people miss tonight. Y'all know E3 is like lit, right? I mean, y'all know E3 is like all of that. So don't let people miss tonight. So come on, invite. Let me see who I can invite. I'm inviting. Let me see. Okay. All right. Don't let anybody miss tonight. In fact, let me make sure I can get some people on here. Let me see if I can get some people up here. Okay, it won't let me invite tonight. Okay, come on, invite. All right. First of all, I'm like super excited about being able to share tonight what I've been really wrestling with, dealing with, and thinking about, all that kind of good stuff. I'm like super excited to share because to be honest, the things that I've been really thinking about are things that I believe can change the life of anybody who wants their life changed, right? I believe that what I've been thinking about and teaching can change the life of anybody who wants their life changed. Just bottom line. So I want to really kind of stretch you guys tonight. Take you to some new places. So I want everybody, come on, invite somebody to come. Invite somebody to jump on real quick. All right. Yep. Okay. All right. So what I want to do tonight is I want to talk about staying the course. Now, the last few weeks, I've been really kind of dealing with this kind of stuff about staying the course. So I really want to go to that next level with you, because I really think that the opportunity to teach you some very important lessons about staying the course. So put that in the thread. Staying the course. Okay. All right. So let me begin with a quote. I stumbled upon this quote, and I don't know if it has anything to do with tonight, but it's such a powerful quote. So let me start with a quote. It says, "No man or woman, no person can avoid being born average, but no person has to stay average." Okay. You can't help being born average. You can't help being born in certain conditions. You can't help being born in certain circumstances. But you can help staying average, right? You can help staying average. You can't, it ain't on you. I mean, and when I read it, it just blessed my whole soul. You can't help where you're born, but you can definitely help what you do with your life. Look at Ray. Boy, Ray, you're on top of your game. No person can avoid being born average, but no person has to stay average. That to me is such an amazing statement, and here's why. because at the end of the day, average is the contradiction of what God has created you to do and be. You are not supposed to be average when you're created in the image of God. No man, no person can avoid being born average. But no person has to stay average. And the key to that is staying the course. The key to that is learning to stay the course. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share some insights as to how you stay the course, right? You start something. You start going to school, right? Then all of a sudden you slow down. Then all of a sudden you stop, okay? You start in a relationship and you and the person in the relationship are going well, and then you have a hiccup in the relationship, a disagreement, then all of a sudden you stop growing in the relationship ends. You start a ministry, you start a job, right? And you're all excited about it, and then you lose your excitement for it. Next thing you know, you're out, you're done, you gave up, da 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 da, right? No, we're not doing that. We're going to stay the course, because staying the course really is a statement that we understand how amazing and incredible we are created to be. And so this idea of staying the course is really powerful, because when I stay the course, what I'm really doing is I've decided that when I stay the course, I'm going to not be intimidated by the challenges that come. Okay, good. I can share. Yay, I'm excited. I'm sharing right now. So watch this. So when I decide that I'm gonna go, I'm gonna take some risk with my life, and I'm gonna expand myself, and I'm gonna go to the next level in life, right? And we always talking about, I'm ready to go to the next level. I'm ready to go to the next level. And we do all this talking about going to the next level. And then we look up, and guess what? The next level has passed us by. And here's why. Because for some strange reason, we didn't have the courage to stay the course. We didn't have the courage to stay the course. People who do amazing things stay the course, right? They stay the course. People who do incredible things stay the course. So let me give you a definition for staying the course. Staying the course is a phrase used, and it started in the context of war. The phrase really came from those who were in battle, and it means literally to pursue a goal regardless of the obstacles or the criticism. Okay, make sure you get this. It means to pursue a goal regardless of the obstacles or the criticism. When you stay the course, you got this thing in front of you, but there are things between you and that, right? There are things between you and getting there. And so you pursue the goal while coexisting with challenges and struggles and difficulties. You pursue the goal. And what's amazing is that the person who understands this, the person who grasps this, will find themselves living extraordinary. Because when you stay the goal, when you stay the course, when you stay committed, right? And so I want everybody to think about what's in front of you that you need to accomplish for you to be happy or at peace or to be fulfilled. What do you need for you to feel like you're achieving what God wants you to achieve? What do you need to go after? Stay the course. Okay, come on, invite some other people, because I'm going to go a little deeper. In fact, invite loved ones and family members and people you're close to and all that kind of stuff. Okay, here I'm gonna give you some things, right? Write this stuff down. Here's the first thing. Be defined by your goals. Notice I didn't say be definitive. I said be defined by your goals. Now, That's really deep because yeah, you're definitive, but I want you to start living so your goals are defining your pursuit. That all of a sudden, when you have a goal, when you determine that your goal is to have a happy marriage, right? That's your goal. That's your goal. I want to have a happy marriage. That's your goal, right? Now you are being defined by the goal. Michael Jordan wanted to be a winner. He was defined by the goal to be a winner. He was defined by the goal to be a successful person. He was defined by it, right? There are people who are defined by their goals. What's in front of them becomes defining for them. They want to be excellent at this. And so you see them now putting the work in to be excellent at this. They're being defined by their goal. This is so important. So, and so what that means is, you ready? You have to unclutter your mind so your goals can be lofty and worthy of investment. You have to unclutter your mind so your goals can be lofty and worthy of investment. You got to unclutter your mind so that you can actually birth goals that are worthy of your investment. That are worthy of your investment. Are you getting this tonight? I am living in a place and a space where my goals are big. And you gotta be able, you gotta be able to be defined by your goals, right? You gotta be able to be defined by your goals. Okay, that means a couple of things. One, you need to learn to sit quietly and assess your life and then ask bigger questions. And I'm going to deal with this in a moment. You need to be able to sit, assess your life, and ask bigger questions. Because whenever you're pursuing a goal, you're going to be frustrated in the pursuit of it. You're going to have challenging moments. You're going to have discouraging moments. When you are pursuing something, you're going to have those times when you are available to distraction. So you're going to have to work at it. Wow. You're going to have to work at it, because if you work at it, if you work at it, if you define your goals and you work at it, then what ends up happening is that your goals begin to define you. And goals now affect two things. You ready? Goals affect decisions, and goals affect the use of time. Are you getting it? Goals will affect decisions, and they will affect the use of time. You got to be defined by your goals. Here's the second thing. You have to live macro. M-A-C-R-O. M-A-C-R, yes. Macro. Live macro. Now, what does that mean? And a lot of times I'm just looking for different ways to say the things I say every week, right? But man, living macro, women of God, is amazing, because the person, my brother, who lives macro, you want to know what they're really doing? What they're really doing is not letting the small aspects of life pull them from the bigger pursuit. But the reason why people stay the course is that they always have something bigger than the little infighting and the little conflicts and the little persecution and the little pettiness and the little smart comments and the little, acts of betrayal and the little, all that stuff that's going on around you in your space. And yet you're able to live macro. You're able to live above it. Wow, that's wonderful. You're able to live above it. Yes, you have pain in your body, but you're able to press through it because you're willing to live above it because you see the bigger picture. You see the bigger picture, and you are no longer anticipating the negative. You are anticipating the best because you see the bigger picture. You see where your life is headed. You see what doors are in front of you. You see how this relationship can benefit you. You see the bigger picture. You even see taking a pay cut for a year because you see the bigger picture. Last night, my wife and I, I'm not as engaged in it, but my wife and my daughters were engaged in the BT Awards, right? So by the time I really sat down, they were about to honor, Sean Puffy P. Diddy Combs, right? It was interesting listening to this guy. I told my wife last night, I said, this dude has become a voice of this generation. The stuff he was saying last night, the advice he gave, the wisdom he dropped, for however people understand Sean Puffy Diddy Combs, right? However you understand them. Here's what you got to give him credit. He lives bigger than the average person. That's why he's done the side stuff he's done. He lives bigger. When you don't live in the macro, when you're always dealing in the petty, when every word bothers you, every somebody rolling their eyes bothers you, whenever every single thing gets your response, the enemy will keep throwing things at you because the enemy knows I'm going to get her to respond. The enemy knows I'm going to be able to discourage them. You got to teach, you got to learn to live macro. You got to learn to live macro. There always has to be a bigger you in the small world. That there always has to be a bigger you in the small world. And when you live macro, you make decisions based upon what's coming, which means, again, let's go back to the first part. You unclutter your mind so you can envision, okay, so if I commit to this, this is going to connect me to this, and this is going to get me to this. Listen, I had a situation occur today. I got this meeting for tomorrow, and I got a situation occurred today where the reason I was going for the meeting got thrown under the bus, right? No, nobody did anything. It just got thrown under the bus. And so immediately I was about to just, I took a blow. I told Pastor G, man, it took the oxygen out of me. And I text some of our team to tell them. And it was interesting how after I finished texting them, the Spirit of the Lord said to me, Trina, thank you for the call today. Spirit of the Lord said to me, the Spirit said, John, go have the meeting because what you've created is bigger than what you had planned. Still have the meeting. See, here's what's amazing. When you stay the course because you're always bigger. You're always bigger. There's always something bigger about you. You start school, you get frustrated because demands come, you get sick, your money's funny, all this kind of stuff is happening, and you struggling with it, but you keep finding a way to fight through. You keep finding a way to push beyond. You keep finding a way to make it. Why? Because you see the bigger picture. You see the bigger picture. You're living macro, right? And so you make adjustments in your life because you got bigger pictures. You change the way you spend money. You delay that car. You delay that vacation. You delay this. Why? Because you're trying to get someplace. And while other people are chasing, are like the dog chasing the shiny ball, you refuse to chase the shiny ball because you're thinking bigger. Come on, guys. You're thinking bigger. Okay. I'm going to forgive you, not because I'm a better person than you. I'm going to forgive you because where I want to go in life, I can't take grudges with me. Where I want to go in life, I can't take anger and hostility and animosity with me. So I'm going to be the bigger person because I'm not going to be sucked in to a lesser me. Wow. You're not going to make me undermine my capacity because I'm thinking macro. Here's the third thing. Develop your courage muscles. Develop your courage muscles. Man, I hope y'all get that one. Develop your courage muscles. What does that mean? When you develop your courage muscles, you try things you wouldn't normally try. You put yourself in environments that stretches you. You put yourself in places that causes you to have to be a better, stronger, more effective you. Stretch your courage muscles. Develop them. It was interesting. It was interesting. We went to on Father's Day. We went to the pool, and me and wife and daughter, son-in-law, grandson. So we all at the pool, and in our neighborhood, there's a big slide. It's a big slide, right? So we get on, and so I had to work up the nerve because I got a little girth to me. So I had to work up the nerve, but I walked all the way up them stairs with this bad knee, right? Walked up the stairs, got on the slide, pushed myself down, propelled myself, slide. I'm sliding and all this kind of stuff, and boosh, I hit the water, right? I said, yes, I did it, right? Well, my grandson Zion kept saying, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. His mother, Alexis, talked him into doing it, right? So he finally got on the slide, and she slid him down. She's holding him. Then when they get to the end, she holds him up. The water hits him, but he never goes under. When he gets off the slide, he says, I want to do it again. So a few minutes later, she takes him down, same routine. She holds him up, and he hits the water. The next day, the little kid who didn't want to get on the slide now telling everybody about the big slide. Here's what happens when you develop your courage muscles. When you develop your courage muscles, you begin to testify to the possibilities of your life. Wow. When you develop your courage muscles, you testify to the successes, to the accomplishments, to the amazing things that God has done in your life. That's why you need to develop courage muscles, because you need to have the ability to try stuff you would never try, go places you would never go, and do things you would never do. Why are you afraid to risk something? People who stay the course, they build up their courage muscles. Here's the fourth thing. They cultivate an I can attitude. They cultivate an I can attitude. I love this. And when I was thinking about this lesson today, that really hit me, the I can attitude. I'll admit there are times when I'm not as I can as I should be. But there are times when I'm so I can. And what I'm discovering is in the seasons when I can, I'm not afraid to make the effort to do things. I'm not afraid to try because the I can attitude gives me that courage attitude. It gives me those courage muscles. I can gives me those. So how do you develop I can? I want to give you three things you do. One, read stuff that inspires you. And coupled with reading stuff that inspires you, this is the same as one. Watch stuff that inspires you. Read and write and watch stuff that inspires you. Read, write, and watch stuff that inspires you. Second thing is hang out with people who inspire you. Hang out with people who inspire you. Here's the last thing. Self-talk is your ally and your friend when it is positive. Self-talk when it's negative works against you. Self-talk when it's positive is your ally. So hang out with people who inspire you, engage in self-talk, and understand that in your reading, your writing, and your watching, you are building up the capacity to go after the things that God has called you to do. Here's the other thing you do to stay the course. Organize your life around your outcome. Organize your life around your outcome. Man, that just hit me. Organize your life around your outcome. What does that mean? That means that when you start putting pieces together for your life, that you're putting them together based upon what you believe your outcome's going to be. Man, that was good, John. So watch this. And I don't want anybody to miss tonight. When you organize your life around your outcome, people are amazed how clear you are when they're unsure. People are amazed at how focused you are when they're lacking focus. I want to close with this. The person who stays the course understands that they've got opportunities right in front of them. And then they throw themselves into pursuing what they believe God has called them to pursue. And then they trust God with it. And then they release their own capacity. And it's amazing what God does. I want to encourage you to stay the course. Some of you are on some incredible courses. Some of you are in endurance mode. Some of you are in wait and see mode. Wherever you are, I want to encourage you to stay the course. If you have a dream and a vision for your life, stay the course. If you got something you're trying to get done, stay the course and watch what God does for you. Listen, I want all of you who have never done it, I want you right now to text E3 to 84576. E3 to 84576. I promise you, you will get our daily quotes Monday through Friday. None like them. None like them. People can tell you. Am I right, y'all? Nothing like them, right? So go right now and text E3 to 84576. Listen, stay the course. Invite other people to watch this, right? Encourage others to be a part of the E3 family. Every Monday, stay the course. Live macro, right? Understand that you are a victorious person that is able to endure everything. Stay the course. Even if you've had pain and disappointment, don't let it drift you away or cause you to drift away from the purpose of God. Stay the course. Again, I would love for you to join us every Monday, and that begins with going and texting in your phone E3 to 84576. Thank all of you putting it in the thread. I love you guys so much. Stay the course. We'll see you next week. 4th of July. We'll see you next week.